Good evening, everyone. He's Jeff Harris. I'm Haley Milon, and this is Delmarva Sports Insider.
The only show with complete coverage of sports across Delmarva. Haley, a big week here on the shore.
Yeah, but first, can we acknowledge what happened in Kentucky before we get to that? Always Dreaming, written by John Velasquez. He took the Roses down at the Derby. All right, we can talk the Ravens now. They conducted their first mini camp since the draft. Our own Trayvon Miles, he was in Owings Mills today. He's going to have the scoop coming up in just a bit.
And still to come, the annual Bi-State Rivalry Challenge took place over the last 2 days at Shorebird Stadium. Find out which teams walked away with wins.
That's right. It was so fun. And of course, we pull the best of the best and bring you our plays of the week. A couple of them coming from Arthur W. Purdue Stadium. Yep. All right, let's get things started. The beginning of the week, the Y-High Indians hosted the Mardella Warriors on Tuesday. They needed wins in the worst way this week. So Dylan Smith, here he gets under the ball. He hits the sack fly, and Nathan Harper, ooh, it looks like that one almost got out, honestly, comes on in for the run. The Indians, they were looking to tie it up. Malik Johnson, he does just that. He bloops one into right field. Justin Toll comes in to score. We got a 1-1 ball game. Later on, Luke Edson rips one into left field. That scores Johnson and Jake Whittington. And then Edson, he goes out to the bump and takes care of business. He gets the strikeout swinging there. That is a nasty breaking ball. Y-High goes on to win 9-7. And Jeff, the Indians struggling in the 2A. They entered this week 5th in the section, Parkside, of course, 1st in the 2A. Right. So big win for Y-High, definitely. And we just got to give Edson some credit because I just want to talk about his breaking ball for a minute. Guys in high school who have a pitch with that kind of movement, right, that is so deceiving and so powerful. So maybe they need some more pitching and some good defense out in the field, and they can limit the runs that are scored against them. Some good defense. They have a lot of young players.
Yeah, it's kind of
They're a young team.
Developmentally and their developmental season, along with some growth for some underclassmen.
Right.
But nonetheless, you know, it's a season for growth. They have a few wins underneath their belt. They're playing against pitchers, you know, like Grant Burleson, like Sean Fisher, Tristan McDonough of Decatur, all Division I athletes. So a lot of room for improvement for them, but an okay season, just not a great game for them this week.
Yeah, we'll see some upperclassmen in seasons to come.
For sure. But a lot of baseball action this week, but let's not forget about the ladies, Haley. The Y-High softball team hosted Mardella on Tuesday. Picked things up in the 4th, Logan Genja. She's going to line one into left. Alexis Jones, she's going to come on in to score. And then the very next batter, Riley Niblett, she's going to hit the grounder to first, but it's going to go under the first baseman's legs. Maddie Parsons would come on in for the score for the Eagles. Top of the 5th now is Sam Lanham. Lines one into left, scoring Sydney Go-Artson. And closing things out in the circle, Kayla Adkins gets her girl looking, and then she's going to get one swinging, another filthy pitch. Big game for Atkins on the mound. Mardella going to go on to win this one, top Y-High 17-1. Complete the sweep at Y-High earlier this week. And big and impressive game for Mardella in this one, Haley. Kaylee Adkins absolutely dominating this one. Mardella kind of having an up and down season. Y-High, as we mentioned, for the boys, you know, it's a season for growth for the softball season and experience. We speak with their coach, you know, a few times every month about the team. They have a lot of younger players. They have a lot of players that are underclassmen, freshmen, and sophomores. And, you know, they're just looking to improve for the seasons moving forward.
But the softball team, to be able to limit your opponent to 1 run, I mean, that's a lot of pitching, and then have that much production, 17 runs.
It's a lot of production.
Yeah, that's dangerous. All right, so some more baseball action this week. Let's take it back to the boys' side of things. The Kent Island Buccaneers rode into Berlin on Wednesday, looking to steal a win against the hosting Stephen Decatur Seahawks. So the top of the 2nd we go, JC gets caught in a pickle. Don't you love this, Jeff? He's tagged out as first, but while he's keeping the infield busy, Jake Hibbs goes on in to score. Dirty slide. His pants got dirty. Who cares? For Kent Island, they take the lead. Dylan Tevlius is going to single to right field as Mike St. Ledger goes in to score. Kent Island led 8-1 at this point. Decatur then allowed 10 walks in the first 2 innings. They do fight back, though. The single by Jake Shockley scores Tristan McDonough. Decatur comes within a run But Kent Island hangs on to win with the help of that single by Tyler Lowe that scores Connor Smith and Jared Palonzo. The final score from Berlin, Kent Island 9, Stephen Decatur 8. So a disappointing loss for Decatur, looking to pick up their 11th win of the season. Had to be frustrating to lose at home to a team that traveled from, 2 hours away. They do have a lot of talent. Their pitching staff, we were talking about it earlier this week. Ashley McDonough. Yeah, a lot of talent. He's only a junior, but he's going to be playing in the ACC. He's going to be playing at the University of Miami in a few years. And the thing about Decatur this year, they've had some wins. They were able to beat Parkside last week, 1-0. They also were able to improve a few weeks ago, and they beat some other teams, pretty impressive teams. They lost to Parkside earlier, and they were able to take them down. Get that one back. That's big. Also able and they faced their number 2 starter. And, something with Decatur, I know that they were upset for losing this one, being out there, but they found themselves down 8-1 at one point in this game, able to battle their way all the way back to only lose by 1. Disappointing, but they certainly will be able to make a push in the playoffs. Honestly, when you get that close, it's disappointing that you don't get that great comeback victory, because that would have been great to see. But we saw in that game, Haley, we saw a lot of sunshine, but there was also a lot of rain this week. But the Washington Jaguars were able to get one in on Thursday afternoon, playing host to the North Dorchester Eagles in a 1A matchup. Top of the 4th in a scoreless game, we're going to see Andrew Jackson singles to left field as fellow Andrew Wiley. He's going to come on in to score. Next up, we're going to see Tanner Wursell up to bat now, going to sky a sac fly into center field. It's going to be a long line drive into center. Emmanuel Garcia going to tag up and score from third. Now moving to the top of the 5th. Close, but top of the 5th in a 2-0 game, Tyler Windsor. He's going to have another sac fly to center. So generous of Windsor, also on the mound for North Dorchester in this one. Jerome Thomas going to add a run. And as we say, Windsor, he was dealing on the bump and gets the strikeout. He pitched a complete game and a shutout in this one. Final score, North Dorchester 4, Washington 0. And Haley, we mentioned it, some teams that, were looking to improve this season in both Washington and North Dorchester. Yeah. North Dorchester absolutely getting the edge in this one. And we saw a complete game by Tyler Windsor, both getting it done at the plate and on the mound in this one. Impressive outing, and some sweet uniforms for North Dorchester. You think so? It threw me off a little bit. It threw me off, when you get the colored camo. You can't only see the numbers. You can't see the numbers a little bit. The clouds came in, but nonetheless, impressive outing for them. A lot of hits at the plate, a lot of nice defense, and a great win. It's always great to shut a team out in their own house, am I right? All right, to the Henlopen we go. Sussex Central hosted Dover on Thursday. We start here. Ethan Watkinson hits the fly ball to deep center field. Cade Keeler come on in to score 6-0 Golden Knights in the 3rd inning. An easy out here for the home team, though. Jarvis Worthy, he hits the foul ball to the right side, but it's caught by Dominic Velasquez. Oh, it's a nice catch. Oh, yeah. Heads up defense there. Top of the 7th, Dover, their last chance here. Trey Howard grounds out. Sussex Central, now 5-7. Goes on to win 7-0 over Dover, which actually moves to 10-3. So a really good Senator squad that went into Sussex Central, looking to go 11-2, get their 11th win on the season, which at this point, that is a lot. We are pretty late into the season here, but they got it handed to them. So Jeff, this Golden Knights squad started the week 4-7. They got 2 wins, one over Indian River, one over Dover, and they had another opportunity last night, which we will get to, but this was a chance for them to really dig out of, I don't want to say it's a hole, but it was a hole that they were in at this point in the season. So they had the chance to pick up 3 wins, and we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. We'll finish off talking about the Golden Knights, but that's all we have for right now. We're hitting our first commercial break. When we get back, more baseball on deck. More baseball. Stay tuned.
My name is Matthew Warrington. I pitch for the Sussex Tech Ravens, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.